When you order your pattern, be sure to choose one that closely matches your measurements. However, sometimes you may find that you can't match your bust, waist, or hip perfectly. When that happens, choose the pattern that best suits your needs and make the adjustments after. For instance, if your bust is your first priority, choose a pattern that matches your bust and adjust the difference in your waist and hip. Or, if you really want a perfectly fitted waist, choose a pattern with the proper waist measurement and adjust the bust and the hip accordingly. In this video, I'm going to show you a few examples of how to do this. It will involve a little math, so get your calculator. Let's begin with the bust. My bust is 1 inch smaller than the pattern I downloaded, so I need to reduce some of the width in the bust area, and I need to do it evenly. The front bust has 4 sides. 1 and 1. 1 and 1 is 4. So I need to take my 1 inch and divide it by 4. That means it's 1/4 of an inch that I need to remove from each side of the bust seams. If you have a clear ruler, use that. If you don't, you can use the ruler that's provided on the cover page. Mark how much you are adding, or in this case, reducing, and only mark at the point where you are trying to change. Then, using a curved part of your pattern, blend the old seam into the new seam. Keep a watchful eye to avoid any weird bumps or curves. Generally, everything should be nice and smooth, unless of course you are making a drastic change. But if you chose the right size, there shouldn't be too much of a drastic change. For items that are mirrored, you can pin and cut the seams together. Now let's say you need to add width to your waist. Get a piece of blank paper and tape it to the edge of the pattern piece that you want to adjust. Using the ruler and applying the same math rules as before, mark out how much to increase or reduce the waist. In this example, I want to increase the waist 1 inch. Since there are 2 sides of each left side seam and right side seam, that means I need to divide my 1 inch into 4. That's 1/4 of an inch. As you can see, I add 1/4 of an inch to the waist seam and then blend into the old seam, keeping my edges smooth.